feels like rendezvous. You know what to do. Keep your love for me only. I get high on you.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be all about my tape-in hair extensions. I'm going to talk about like the upkeep of them. I'm going to show you products that I use for them. I'm going to actually show you clips of them getting installed and kind of just like give you a whole informative video about tape-in hair extensions because I was so curious about them when I first tried them 2 years ago. So personally, I have tried sew-in hair extensions, tape-in hair extensions, clip-in hair extensions, and I think that's it. I haven't tried any like the microbond or beaded extensions, but so far out of all of those three methods, I prefer the tape-in hair extensions just because they're better than clip-ins because you wake up with your hair in your head. They're better than a sew-in because, at least for my hair is very fine, and with it being in those like tight tension cornrowed, like how you would have to have like a sew-in type of hair extension or weave, my hair was breaking and kind of like thinning out a little bit from all the tension. So this has been like the least damaging type of hair extension that I've personally tried. The clip-ins actually ended up giving me a little like bald spots too because I was wearing them so frequently and I would put them in the same place every single day. And it was like kind of heavy for my hair because it's like a metal clip. It was kind of heavy for my fine hair to hold on to that clip, and I was getting like small bald spots because of the clip-ins. The kind of hair extension that I have in my hair, like the brand, is from Irresistible Me. Now, if you go back to my back on my channel about 2 years ago when I first tried tape-in hair extensions, this was the company that I first tried, and I didn't have the best experience with it. And I think that was because it was my first time ever trying a tape-in hair extension. I didn't really know what to expect. I don't think that I went to the most knowledgeable salon for tape-in hair extensions personally. I don't think that the application I had was 100% correct either because I was having slipping. The hair itself wasn't holding a curl for me when I had tried it at that time. So I decided to give Irresistible Me another try, and they actually sent me this hair again to like kind of give it another try. And I love it. I've had this hair in my head for about a month. Let me see. I know the exact date because I did a Snapchat. One sec. Okay. It was October 24th. So today is October 20th. So we're just about at a month. Typically, tape-in hair extensions last anywhere from like 4 to 6 weeks, depending on how fast your hair grows. Mine, they need to be redone again. I could probably go another 2 weeks and then it's going to be like, okay, you really need to get them done. And the reason why you need to get them done is because they grow down with your hair. So like as your hair grows, the tape-in hair extension like moves lower and lower away from the root of your hair. When you first get them installed, they're very, very close to the scalp. And I actually have a video. I'm not sure if you can see exactly, but I have a couple of clips of me like getting them in and like before and after and stuff. Is it's two sandwiches basically of hair, they're very thin pieces, and at the top they have a little piece of glue, and then your hair is sectioned off and sandwiched between the two pieces of hair extension, and then that little bond, they use like a little tool that looks almost like a plier, and they clamp down on that glue bond, and then that's how it stays in your hair. So it's pain-free. You don't feel anything. It's super, super easy. I personally have 4 packs of hair in my head. That's really excessive. I love a lot of hair. You don't have to have this much. For my texture hair, I probably would have been good with like 2 to 2.5 packs of hair, but because I'm extra, I have 4 packs of hair in my head. So it's definitely a lot of hair. This is 20 inches, and then I kind of added in a couple of little like shorter pieces. I just cut them to kind of make it blend a little bit better, and I like that like angled kind of like loose look, so I just cut into it myself. But yeah, there's so much hair here. The hair is so good. As you can see, it curls. What I've been using to curl my hair is this curling iron right here. This is super affordable. I think this was around $20. I got it on Black Friday last year. It's from Bedhead. I think it's called the Curl Pop, but it's just, I think it's like a 1-inch, yeah, like a 1-inch curling iron. Today, when I got these curls, I used a 1.5-inch curling wand because I wanted like really loose, like beachy, effortless waves, but this will give you a nice tight curl if you want it, or you can make this section bigger and give yourself a bigger curl. But anyways, this is a curling iron that I've been using. With the Irresistible Me hair extensions, like they come with a pack of tapes that you can reuse. So like when I get these removed, I'll go to the salon, they'll remove them for me, and then they'll re-tape every extension. So basically they're like brand new again, and then you just reapply them. So it's super easy. But yeah, that's basically all about the hair that I have in my head right now. Have I noticed any slipping? I have had 2 tapes fall out. Now that's so normal. Any salon will tell you. I've been to 3 different salons to have the tape and hair extensions installed just over the past 2 years. And every single salon is like, you will notice probably a couple, 2 to 5 tape and hair extensions actually fall out. And that's just because of the way that your hair grows and where the tape is placed. So I've had 2 hair extensions slip out on me, which again is pretty normal. Most of the time they're like from the back, almost like the nape of your neck area, where it's easier for the extensions to get like matted and tangled. So yeah, that I've had 2 hair extensions slip. But speaking about matting and tangling, you really need to be sure that you're brushing your hair. I probably brush my hair like 4 times a day. Brushing them out is very important because it's like not growing out of your head. They can get tangled, and you really have to be sure that you're like getting in between and brushing all the knots out. So to do that, I've been using a wet brush. I have a mini one that I have in my purse, but it's literally just one of the wet brushes from, I think they have them at like Target, Walmart, Sally's, basically anywhere. And it's really good because they're like plastic bristles and they're kind of far apart. So it's the perfect, like, it's the perfect size to get into your hair extension. It's to get in there and like really get the knots out without disrupting the bonds of your hair. So definitely pick up a wet brush if you're going to get tape and hair extensions. It is a lifesaver, seriously. And also be sure you're brushing your hair. So I brush my hair as soon as I wake up, before I take a shower. Once like throughout the day, again, I have a little mini version of the wet brush in my purse, and I do it again before I go to bed. And before I go to bed, I feel like I have so much information, but before I go to bed, I'll brush out my hair, and then I'll use Bio Silk oil. It's like a little silk therapy bio silk oil. And I'll use a little bit, probably like a quarter-sized amount on each side. So I'll bring all my hair to the front, brush it out, and then put oil on the palms of my hands, rub it together, and then kind of go like this and really focus it like on the bottom and the ends of the hair, because the hair extension is not growing from your head. It's not going to get the natural oils that your regular hair gets. So I just like to give it a little bit of extra help and give it a little oil before I go to bed. So love this oil for the hair extensions, but beware, do not put any type of oil or conditioner by your actual tape, like by the top, by the root of your hair where the bond is. You will have slippage. All your hair extensions will come out because you do use like an oil type conditioner to remove them. You can use coconut oil to remove them, or like literally conditioner. So do not put any type of product by the root and the bond of your hair extension. Just FYI. So some other things that you have to really take into account is you cannot use any product that has sulfate in it near the bonds of your hair. So sulfates are not good for your hair anyway. A lot of shampoos do still have them, so you have to be sure you're looking for a specific shampoo that says sulfate free. This one is from Ion. I picked this up at Sally's. It's their Color Care line, Color Defense Sulfate Free Shampoo. Again, you just really have to be sure that it says sulfate free. If you don't have a Sally's near you, I actually picked up one from L'Oreal from Target. This is the conditioner. They also have a shampoo. They have like a whole line of sulfate-free products, actually, to be honest. From the L'Oreal Everpure line, it's sulfate-free. Looks like this. This is the moisture conditioner. Great stuff. I love this as well. But again, still, even though it says sulfate-free, don't put it by your tape-in, like by the bond, because they'll fall out. I feel like, have I mentioned everything? So I mentioned how long they last, if they slipped, if they held a curl. I guess I'll talk about pricing. So to get them installed at the salon I went to, it was Luscious & Co. And I believe it was $225. I can't remember exactly because I had to put a deposit down. I don't know if that was the cost with the deposit or without the deposit, but it was anywhere from like $225 to $250 to have them installed. So it's not too bad. And they last for almost 2 months. So I think it's worth it to wake up with hair in my head. So that's priced. What else? I don't think I'm missing anything as far as like the basics. But now for like styling products, I have also, this is another one from Sally's that I picked up a couple vlogs ago by the generic line. It's basically the Kenra Platinum Dry Texture Spray, but like the knockoff version. And it works really well. I love it. I have it in my hair today. It just gives it like this effortless, like cool hair look. I don't know. I wear my hair like this every freaking day. This is the only hairstyle I can do. So these are the products that work for me, but it's the Kenra Platinum Dry Texture Spray knockoff by generic. Looks like this. Sally's has like a whole line of like knockoff products, which is not the best, but it's definitely affordable to get like the same gist of a product. So that's what this is. Also, I love the Oribe Dry Texture Spray, but I actually ran out of mine. So the next product I have here is the Ion Foundation Mist. This is basically like a leave-in conditioner, heat protector, detangles, reduces frizz type of situation. Almost like the, it's a 10 product. So I have, okay, this is gonna sound weird, but when I wash my hair, you can't wash tape-ins every single day. And that's because the more frequent that you're washing your hair, the weaker the bonds will be because they're getting wet, and you know, it's more weight on the hair when the hair is wet. So you don't want to wash your hair every single day. I have very oily hair, so that does not work for me. I typically wash my hair every other day, but I'll wash all of my hair once a week. So when I wash my hair every other day, I literally just wash the crown of my head and I'll section this off. I'll section my crown, and then kind of the side pieces that are left out, I'll section that, and then put all this back in a bun. Like in a bun behind my head so it doesn't get wet, and I'll shampoo the top of my head and the sides because my hair is so oily that I cannot live like that. And then once a week I'll really like go in with my shampoo and like get in between the buns and wash it all out. So I hope I answered all the questions. Also, another thing that's just popping into my head, you cannot get your hair extensions wet for the first, I think it's 48 to 72 hours. I always wait the 72 hours just so that the bonds can kind of cure and they're like finished setting. But yeah, all in all, I love my tape and hair extensions. I'm curious to try other methods of hair extensions, but I definitely love this one. It lasts really well for me. It works perfectly, and yeah. I hope I answered all you guys' questions. If you have any other questions about tape-ins, leave them in the comment section down below. I love you guys all so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.